Well, hello, hello, hello. Much love to you all. Wait for some notifications to come in a little bit. And yes, in the chat is pinned today's message. If you had missed the sermon today, definitely get into that sermon. It's key for us to get into the word because we definitely have some signs. I got some videos and stuff that we're going to go over. So thank you all for coming in. Hit that like button, please. Share it out. You know how the algorithm is. The algorithm does not like anybody that's using the name of the Lord. And it's crazy because actually during today's sermon, I said that protest would start here. And an hour after it said that, the protests have started here in America. Also, remember yesterday, Jordan and Iran and Iraq, it was if they would allow the passage. The Jordan president said that he will not allow passage, but people in Jordan are protesting against it. So, like I said, we're seeing that stuff elevating up. I got some things to share up here. Before I share the videos, I'm going to go to the links that we have. So, let me go ahead and share this. I really think this is going to get ugly. Really think it's going to get ugly. First, we're going to go to Hezbollah issues new threat to Israel and U.S. as war escalates. Definitely the war is escalating over here. And I really have the feeling in my spirit, like many other people, that this is going to really kickstart it. This is part of NATO, Israel is. So we have to get involved. We have to get involved. We already are sending, I got pictures and stuff, aircraft carriers and stuff over there. And we're sending things over here. So it's going to escalate. We know that it was the end of last year. Did a video. I said, keep our eyes on Syria. It's only a matter of time. Syria is going to get their nose involved in this as well. And like I said, during that sermon, which is pinned at the top, if you have not watched that sermon, an hour before it happened, I said protests were going to start here in America, and they have. But the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah issued a threat towards Israel and the United States on Sunday, suggesting that it could get further involved in the support of Hamas as the war escalates. And it's going to continue to escalate. So we see the Hezbollah, an Iran-backed organization that the U.S. also considers a terrorist group, on Sunday launched a barrage of mortar shells into Israel. The Israeli Defense Force, the IDF, then responded by shooting artillery into Lebanon. There was no casualties reported by either sides, according to Reuters. And it says the responsibility obliges all the sons of our nation not to be neutral, and we are not neutral, said this Safi al-Din, said at a pro-Palestinian rally in Beirut. So while all this is going on, like I said earlier in the sermon today, that it's going to start here in America, and it was an hour later, the protests have started here. I've been warning this to people for a long time, that there's a falling away of the Bible. People are starting to fall in to believing in Muslim and Islam beliefs, and they are continuing to grow in the size that they are throughout the whole world. There's been people celebrating the attack on Israel in London, Saudi Arabia, even in Jordan. I do believe there's been some things starting here as well too. I mean, there's been some videos posted up throughout the world that there's people protesting that Israel is to blame for all of this. Remember, Saudi Arabia was going to do the peace talk. They just yesterday said that this is Israel's fault. This is Israel's fault, is what they'd said. So as we continue to see these things transpiring, continuing to see other forces get involved, it's only going to get worse. It says that it was just 2 minutes ago, 2 arrests near a synagogue in Jerusalem with knife. So there was an arrest. U.S. congressman was in Tel Aviv during the Hamas attack 9 minutes ago. That further gets us involved. There's a lot going on. Like I said, got to remember, Israel is part of NATO. So we got to get involved. We're over 700 deaths in this war now that's only been transpiring for 36 hours, 2,200, lots of people missing, injured. So thank you, saying it was a great sermon. It's pinned at the top. So give it a listen after this if you had not. Guys, this stuff is just going to escalate. Some of the footage I can't show, some of the footage that's going on, it is getting bad over there. I mean, Hamas has went as far as to, of course, you see the media is telling you that Israel's doing all this cruel stuff. There's Israelis stripped naked and they're like violating them and stuff. I mean, so there is no holds barred with what's going on over here right now. No holds barred. So I want to show some videos. First of all,
النار ولع.
look at that.
إلى
غزة. حتى الآن نحاول تحديد نوعية هذه الغارات. ربما أن تكون بالطيران الحربي الإسرائيلي، بالطائرات الحربية المقاتلة الإسرائيلية، والتي أكد جيش الاحتلال قبل قليل وفي الساعات الماضية بمشاركة أكثر من 150 طائرة حربية مقاتلة في الهجوم على قطاع غزة. وكما نرصد الآن ربما هذه الغارات العنيفة غير المسبوقة منذ بداية التصعيد ما بين الجانب الفلسطيني.
Meant to exit that.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
I just said an hour before this happened. I was preaching, and it's pinned at the top. I said this was going to happen in America. There's going to be protests back and forth. And it's exactly what's happening. We're in the end times. I mean, it's time to seek Jesus. A lot of things are transpiring, and this is going to be a war that escalates it all. America's going to get involved. You're going to have Iran get involved. You're going to have Russia get involved. You're going to have all these parties get involved.
Downtown Philadelphia. This is a protest against Israel, as you can see. Protection of police. As you can see also, we're talking hundreds of people.
I got some pictures to show too. This was the USS General Ford carriers heading in. America's sending. Got another picture. We're sending a C-17 over here, which most likely means there's soldiers in it. Usually they transport soldiers usually in these. And this was from the all-party Britain-Israel Parliament group. It says, we are united in condemning Hamas' unprovoked surprise attack against Israel and its civilians. Hundreds of Israeli civilians have been murdered and kidnapped within their communities by martyring gangs of terrorists. Thousands of rockets have been fired by the Iran-backed group, a terror group, with the explicit intent of harming as many as possible. The peace in the village, towns, and cities across Israel has been shattered at a time when many will be celebrating Shabbat with the Jewish festivals of Sukkot and the Torah. So don't forget to hit the like button, everybody. The violence has been indiscriminate with people of all faiths and backgrounds. The footage is deeply disturbing and will have horrified people across the UK and within all these communities. We welcome the UK's strong condemnation of Hamas barbaric attacks and pledge to protect the UK's vibrant Jewish community. And we know right down here it talks about the Abraham Accords deal, the peace deal. And this was signed by Bob Blackman and Lord Thunberg, or however you say his name, Lord Thunberg. That's crazy. People still have the lords in their name. But then this was from October 7th, 1973, when the Yom Kippur War happened. It's like 50 years today. Nothing new under the sun is what the Bible says. There's nothing new under the sun. These battles have been going on for a long time, and we're continuing to see them grow and ramp up. And it's just ironic that it's exactly 50 years since this had happened. This was pulled up by Amir. It was a great find. So let me update this real quick to see if anything else transpired while we did that. Okay, 7 minutes ago says Hamas is boasting that 100 Israelis held hostage, and we already did the 2 arrests. So, like I want to say, continue to seek the Lord Jesus Christ. We are in the last days, and continue to keep the faith no matter what we are going through in our lives. There's a lot going on, and it's only going to keep on ramping up and escalating as we get closer and closer to the return. I really have a big feeling in my gut that this is going to definitely ramp up with other parties getting involved. I wouldn't be surprised if Syria, Lebanon, Turkey, maybe even Iran and Russia, and maybe even North Korea get involved, because they're all set up together. And we know that in the biblical end days that eventually Jacob will travel to Petra, but the Lord will return. And we've been seeing, I've been warning about a long time. I've been saying it for a long time. The Magog and Gog alliance is forming. It's forming. It started with all the meetings between Putin and all the other leaders. And now with Saudi Arabia not going to do this peace talk with them, we'll see what Saudi Arabia holds in here. Time is ticking for sure. We also know that who will break this deal that has been with Israel. Let's not just focus on the Abraham Accords deal. There is many other deals that happened through other presidents. I do believe it was Jordan came under peace with them when I think Bill Clinton was in office. So there's been many peace deals throughout the history of time. Which one's going to break this peace deal? Time will tell as the pressure is ticking and pushing on the Middle East right now, who's going to break the peace deal. So remember, in Exodus 14:14, the Lord goes before us to battle. So do not fear what we are going through today. And much love to you all. And I will continue to monitor the things. I probably will not go live anymore today unless a very huge event happens. So I'll have an update tomorrow on this. And then we have a lot of Bible studies coming up this week. Hebrew and Greek wordplay that we haven't done in almost a month. We'll be doing the word anoint. We'll be doing John chapter 13 and probably some other things that pop up, Lord willing. I might even make a live appearance in the streets this week as the kids are passing out. Since Junior would be feeling better as they're passing out things, I might just make a little live appearance of giving a little quick preaching out in the streets. I've been feeling the urgency to hit the streets more and more and more. On your way out, hit the like button. If you just come in, hit the like button and rewatch it all. Plenty of things going on. Pinned at the top of this is today's sermon if you did not get notified. And thank you to a couple of my listeners that said, I had no idea it was Happy Pastor Appreciation Day, but thank you guys for giving that support. I don't pay attention to those days, but nevertheless, I am happy that you guys have supported me and followed me through all these things that have been going on. And there was also remember, Iran was chanting death to Israel and America yesterday in their parliament meetings. So keep on looking for that blessed hope. Don't get too anxious about everything. Rest in the will of the Father, rest in the will of the Father, and rest in the will of the Father. You got to have Jesus in your heart. You got to keep him close to you. It doesn't matter if you support this side or you support that side. There's going to be Christians and there's going to be Muslims that believe in Jesus Christ that will make it to heaven. So we have to unite and realize the times we are in. It's not us that are after each other, it's the governments that are after each other. Remember, Matthew 24 says there will be rumors of wars and wars. There will be kingdom against kingdom, nation against nation. We don't have to be part of that. All we need to do is to unite and to pull Jesus closer to our hearts every second of the day. May God bless you all.